happy in this all summer.
Ethan's like, God damn it. No, he'll about to be happy. Ethan.
Indian hair, the native
You
hair.
got yep. You know they call that good hair.
Yeah.
They call it that good hair.
You know who has good hair? Asians.
Asians have good hair?
Yeah.
That's true. My brother is technically Native American, but he has like Asian people hair. It's like jet black.
Yeah.
And like very straight.
So
He's my
shiny.
half-brother, yeah.
Good skin too.
Yeah, he hasn't grown a beard ever. He shaves with tweezers.
Oh,
It's
really?
hilarious, yes.
That's funny. He's just picking at it.
Yep, he just be picking. Well, not really picking, poking at it. Well, not poking, but picking at it. Oh, what is this?
They're my business
Damn,
cards.
I need to give you some of my business cards. You know, these are gonna go to the right people. I just want you to know that.
Good. I
Yes.
hope so. Like, I
They're
want.
sick too.
Thanks. I designed them.
They're actually phenomenal.
I designed them. Thank you.
What did you use for this?
Procreate is my best friend.
Procreate.
Procreate.
I've heard of Procreate. Hold on.
Procreate is my number one
Give me 1
lover
second.
right now.
Oh,
Yeah, that thing be making me
you
money.
procreate. Y'all be procreating.
Yeah, for real.
Bam. Notes. Hold on. I do need to hit the. I don't know how to type. Hit the notes real quick. I think you can see the audio levels on that too from this side. So I guess you don't want to be like right up on your oral faces.
You like this?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, yeah, you just don't need to be right up in your face. You can be if you want to get loud. It doesn't really matter though.
Yeah, car extended warranty has expired.
I have no clue what you said. Hold on.
You'll probably run it back. You'll probably hear like little whispers of it.
Where are we here? Oh, here we go. Okay. First of all, so we're gonna start it like normal. How was your day?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your day?
Another day at Verizon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this dude. Well, I'm
used
not
to-
gonna put him on blast, but one of my coworkers, super cool guy, but
Yeah.
he just like be shitting his pants like.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I'd just be like next to him like,
What
yo, bro, this smells
Oh.
like it depends, you know.
Is he depressed?
I don't know if he's depressed. He might be. He's cool. If he's depressed, he puts that shit to the side pretty easily. Part of my
Yeah.
language.
You could curse here. It's okay.
I know, but like it's the it's the well.
Bleep it out.
It's not even really that like that though. I mean, I could bleep it out.
Yeah.
That's true. That would take a lot of editing. I
think
could
there's
do it, though.
if you, I know there's this one app I used and it like bleeped all of the cursing out. Like when it did the captions for me,
Yeah.
it bleeped also all the cursing.
How do you? What is it?
I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure out how I did it. But I remember I was making a video in the car and I was like cursing, and then I went to do the captions because I want people to read it too.
Yeah.
And it was like bleep, and I was like, ah! And like when I cursed, it did like the little special like
what is
characters.
it? I need to
I don't
know.
I'll figure it out next time I edit something.
I'm out here looking crazy.
By the way, my name's Amara.
Yep. Well, actually, we're here with.
Amara.
Yeah, sorry. You beat me to it. Yo, come on, chill. All right. This is technically the lookout.
Hey.
We're not looking anywhere really besides at you, but this is where we look out for each other. Where we care about each other and we make, what is it called? We put each other on. We're looking like I said before. We're looking out for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Amara, I got some questions for you.
For sure.
We're pretty much going to freeform this. Typically. This feels a little bit more professional than my other ones, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah?
I was just like shooting the shit.
That's
For the most part.
I don't know. I wanted to bring something different than the rest of your videos. Like something where people can actually like take one accountability of their own actions while watching this, and two, push yourselves even harder in a positive aspect.
That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me look at this camera real quick. Sometimes you just got to get up in the...
Because as much as William's looking out for y'all, I want to look out for y'all too through the lookout.
Yep.
Hey.
So, I actually have a whole long list of questions for you, to be honest. We talked about this on the first phone call that we had, talking about the specific thing that we're doing, and koala.
Yeah, koala. Oh,
Yeah.
Koala is amazing. I discovered koala by taking an e-commerce course actually through Justin P. Go follow him. Shout out to Justin. Because he's always giving out free game on manufacturers and just like marketing tools for any type of e-commerce, whatever you're trying to sell, whether it's lotions to merchandise of shirts and stuff. So he mentioned koala, and if you type in koala Spotify like marketing using, or Shopify, excuse me, not Spotify, on Google, it's gonna be like this green background with this koala and sunglasses, and what that does, it shows whoever is a Shopify user on the website, it shows their marketing tools that they use, and that's exposed in other how do I say, I guess apps to get more sales and revenue.
Keep going.
Like emails, like you ever like leave a cart, like you go shopping, you leave a cart, and you're like, you get an email like, oh, you almost forgot to purchase this. Yeah, that's the apps we get information on by using Koala.
Okay.
And it's pretty dope.
I never knew about koala.
A lot of people don't. These are things that is like kind of gatekept from the world. Like they'll tell you like, yeah, you could do e-commerce and stuff. Let me show you how to buy the course. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, that's good for their end, but it's like, you know, then, okay, what apps do I use now? How do I market? How do I actually do? Like, people could be like, oh, just do stocks. Okay, what's the actual great brokerage I need in order to do stocks that isn't from a different country so they don't have full access to my money, like that dip, whatever.
Yeah. There's a lot of people asking it's asking the what and not the how.
Yeah. It's like literally it's like bringing people food, but not showing them how to make the food.
Yeah. Or that's like give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Mm-hmm. Teach a man a fish, he eats for however long there's fish or something like that. You know, I definitely, one of the things for me, the main things for learning things to be productive is ask questions. And in this day and age, there's answers everywhere. Like you can just go online, and it's not like you need to look on Google. You can literally ask an AI, and it will explain it to you. And if you have any questions, it'll just accurately answer all the questions that you need.
You can even like ChatGPT. I use it all the time, and I personalized it. Like there's a personal setting, like you put your information, not like personal information, but like your personality in there, and they'll get to what you're saying and stuff. It's really dope. It's
nice. It allows you to, it almost like takes the thoughts out of your brain a little bit. Yeah. It's like thoughts you already had, but you didn't know you had, and then it says it, and you're like, you're right, ChatGPT. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Agreeing is a good thing, you know?
Yeah, it is.
You ever agreed to disagree?
I do agree to disagree, and I think it's the most healthiest thing ever of debates. When it's done in a matter of not needing to prove your ego.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I think if everybody agreed on one thing, we would definitely be more narrow-minded. You know, 100 rivers lead to an ocean. So I definitely do love agreeing to disagree.
Say that one more time.
Like 100 rivers lead to an ocean. So if we were all agreeing on one thing, we would be so narrow. Imagine if we all agree how to run this country. We would be a dictatorship at that point.
Yeah. Wait, hive mind. We'd be like a beehive.
Beehive?
A hive?
Or like the ants.
I think more ants. I think ants are a little bit more put together than bees, to be honest.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, have you seen the ants in the Amazon? They have
they definitely
guard
have
ants.
A system, but so do bees too. Like without bees, we would not be living.
That's facts. That is facts. I don't care about ants. Honestly, I hate ants. Like, well, not hate them, but like they're just like scary to me. Like they're so strong. If they get onto you, like, why is this tiny thing grabbing me? Like I feel like I'm getting grabbed. Yeah,
they're so smart, but so like anything can mess them up from the pack. So I feel like they don't have like their own individuality. They're like an army in a sense.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know. Do you think ants read?
I think reading comes in many different ways. I think the dumbest form of English is like the actual human writing.
What? What do you mean the dumbest?
I wouldn't say the dumbest, like not like it's stupid, but it's like low in intelligence level of like just like writing is so useful for so many things. But think about like when people write in language of like math or science or even hieroglyphics.
What do you mean?
Like even if you go to like the ancient times of like Egypt and stuff, and you go to the pyramids, they have hieroglyphics everywhere that tell you everything. But people, unless you're like, I don't know the actual terminology, but a professional at reading those.
Egyptologist.
Egyptologist.
Yeah, that's just what it's called. I don't know why.
They
don't make that.
I want to say archaeologist, but I'm like, that's like rocks. Like, that's
It is rock. There's definitely archaeologists over there. I think you
Yeah.
need to be an archaeologist to be an Egyptologist.
Is it Egyptologist? Is that real?
That is what it is. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
But yeah, like
That's the
imagine
term.
that, or like even like I'm Puerto Rican, so like Tainos, we didn't write an
What's that
English
mean?
writing. Tainos is the native.
Really.
Yeah, it's our native tribe thing. Well, mine, I don't know, but
My native tribe is in Africa.
in Africa.
Yeah, and wherever the white people roam,
Really.
the Caucasus
My
Mountains.
ancestors descent from Nigeria.
Really.
Yeah.
I'm West African. I think that's also
Okay.
maybe Nigerian. I don't know what it is.
I'm not
The
good at
Igbo
geography.
tribe.
I know a lot, but like my geographics are not.
I spit in a tube one time and it told me where I'm from. Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Africa and no, for real. On a side note, I don't think you know of. I don't know if you know of this, but there's a genocide happening in Congo and stuff.
I did not know this.
And currently, and it sucks. Like I feel so bad, and I mean, there's stuff happening all over the world, but it's just crazy because it's like the materials that are being used is to create the current technology that we have, and it's from Africa. Like things are manufactured in other countries,
Yeah.
but natural resource and environment wise of minerals to create certain technology that we need today is being stripped from innocent people from their homes and being used. Probably not for a good
Well, they have all the
purpose.
resources, but not the resources to some degree. You know what I mean?
They have like environmental resources. I mean, there's
It's
really
like the
rich
Aztecs
areas.
with gold. You know what I mean? The Aztec. I know they used it a whole bunch, but it's like
Yeah.
I guess not really. I don't know. I do think that is messed up. If people have all the resources, you should be able to like get put back into the where the
Greed.
resources are.
Greedy.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say. There's more notes I had. I
I'm
had
so
more
sorry.
notes.
That was like random.
No, you're good. It was sick. I like that.
But-
You know, we're riffing. Sometimes you gotta rip it up.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about it. I'm like, dang, like I would hate for that to happen to anybody, even in Palestine.
Random question.
Oh,
Can you do a pull up?
I can do a pull up,
Sick. That's awesome.
but right now I can't.
I mean,
I hurt my shoulder, so I was going into like doing like 100 push-ups a day, like within my workouts.
yeah.
And I was doing pull-ups and stuff and doing all this great stuff, and I like popped my shoulder out of place, and I popped it back into place. I'm a G. And
Yo.
I was struggling to do push-ups and stuff, so I've been doing like mobility therapy and just a lot of stretching and mobility work. I've been slowly getting back into my shoulders, but I've been doing more like back and certain parts of my arms that try not to involve too much of my shoulders with weights. But if I do a pull-up now, it's definitely gonna have to be with a resistance band.
Thought you were looking at my butt.
Um,
Sorry.
yeah, I can do. I used to hang on there. I
Oh,
probably
was there?
can't
Did
right
you have
now.
a pull up thing? Over there?
No, I would just hang on the trim with my bare fingers. My nails are probably too long right
I would
now.
rip that shit right out.
You would think, but it doesn't. It doesn't.
How much do you think I weigh?
Probably like a good 175.
I weigh 192 pounds.
I was pretty decent.
That's so like I don't know.
I feel like
don't even know.
175 is like the safe guess for most men.
I'm dense. I'm a dense guy. Like,
yeah,
I got
you're pretty built.
thick legs.
Yeah,
I'm like thick front to back, which is
trying to
weird
get
too.
like that.
Yeah. I could tell you how too.
Eating.
You just gotta eat a bunch. To be honest, you
I
gotta
have a
eat.
fast metabolism.
You gotta eat a bunch and lift heavy. You know.
It gets faster.
Yeah. What you been eating? Huh?
I eat chicken, a lot of chicken. I eat a lot of Spanish food.
Okay. Yes.
I have a whole grocery list, but I eat like salmon, I eat chicken, I eat chicken toys. My diet's pretty basic. I eat fruit. Sometimes I eat whatever.
You might need to add some carbs in your diet. Can you have
what
carbs?
rice,
Rice.
pasta.
Ain't nobody just got thick off of just rice.
What you mean? You Spanish people?
There's a whole bunch of other things you put the rice in.
Name
You-
one Latina that isn't thick that eat rice.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I concede on that one. I concede. There's more questions. Did I delete all of them? No, I didn't. Okay. Your culture. You said you're Puerto Rican?
Yes.
Like, how many generations removed?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, how many generations? Like, were your parents from Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
Oh.
My dad's from Umancao. My mom's from Guamo.
I don't know where either of those places are. I know
Shout
where
out to my
San
Puerto
Juan
Rican.
is, an old San Juan. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I so crazy because I've been to Puerto Rico, but I've never been to San Juan, like ever. I probably drove past it like briefly, but I've never like stepped out and like I've only
Yeah.
been in the slums of Puerto Rico.
Aren't there's like rainforests?
Yeah, it's
I went
very
to the rainforest
mountainy.
once. Like when you go to Puerto Rico, you don't imagine like rainforests.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's just straight
'cause
rainforest.
It's a tropical jungle,
Yeah.
so it's very mountain. Like there's really pretty waterfalls and definitely rain. Like you can see the rain coming from one mountain towards you. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty crazy because you're on top of a mountain, but you don't realize it. Well, if you're in the campo, you're on, which is like the countryside.
Okay.
You're on top of the mountain, and I mean it's pretty cool. Sometimes it's scary. You get very exotic animals for sure.
There's iguanas. I went there when I was little because my aunt and uncle were getting married in Puerto Rico because she was Puerto Rican. And we got to hold the broom that they jumped over. I don't know what tradition that is, but hold the broom or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
It's like
I don't
African or something. I don't know what it is. But we did that, and at the resort there's mad iguanas by the pool.
Yeah.
That was the first time I actually saw live big lizards.
Yeah, they're
like, yo, this is
huge.
sick.
Everything's like amplified out there, like bigger. Like the birds are huge.
Them coconuts. Just kidding,
Coconuts.
yeah.
Was it my grandmother's house? There was like this huge snake that would like chill in her
Snake.
backyard. Yeah, I was like,
Snake.
oh my gosh.
A huge snake.
Yeah. Snakes. Can't
Just
trust
snaking
them.
around, just slithering.
There's a snake in my boot.
Yep. Watch out for those snakes.
Yeah, for real.
They be lurking. Also, favorite foods. Do you have favorite foods? Do you have favorite foods? Is
I know,
a crazy
right?
statement.
I think like just anything authentic. I'm really big, I eat out, but I don't eat like fast food like that. I'm really big on like the local mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Puerto Rican place that has the best empanadas, and I can't remember where it is.
Here?
I think it's by Greece-ish
By Greece?
area. I'm not sure 100%.
I usually go to Casa Campo for every Puerto Rican food.
I don't know what.
Casa Campo is like right on East Main and on Culver, and it's like an authentic Puerto Rican spot.
Yeah.
You got like the abuelas in the back and stuff, cooking it up and everything.
Them grandmas.
On Sundays, they have sancocho, which is like a nice, like, homey soup. Very homey. Very warm. Very good.
Cold soup. Do you do cold soups?
Cold soups?
It's kind of like cereal when you think about it.
Cold soups?
Yeah. Y'all never had a cold soup before?
I asked a crazy question to my friend. I was like, how can you go to somewhere freezing and make fire, but you can't go to somewhere hot and have something freeze?
That's, yo.
Yeah.
Maybe because freezing isn't a chemical reaction.
Right, but it's like you have the ingredients to water, but you can't make it.
What?
It's like the one thing you can't make that you have the ingredients for. H2O.
Water. That's true.
How do you make
Just-
it sweating?
you
Just start sweating.
Yeah.
Just. start
Man,
working
just
out.
blow. I think you could. I don't even know. Frozone, Incredibles. That was random.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's the only one.
Yeah. He's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. He got
Yeah.
mad. What do the kids call it these days? Aura.
Aura.
Frozone's got some aura.
Frozen aura.
Frozone aura.
Yeah.
Aura'd up.
Yes.
Yup. Ouroboros. Aurora Borealis.
Borealis.
Aurora
Well,
Borealis.
technically, he wouldn't be able to do that because it would be so hot.
He could.
That's like his weakness.
Yeah.
And then
remember
he can't
yeah,
freeze.
when he was doing the fire,
Yeah.
he was struggling.
Yeah.
He had to wait till he got a Dixie cup of water.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
He was like, I just need something to drink. So that's why he sounded.
That was sick. I forgot about
Yeah,
that
he
part.
took the sip and was like, shh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frozen was mad sick. You think he's better than Mr. Incredible?
The what?
Mr. You think he's better than Mr. Incredible?
I
Is that
think
his name?
Mr. Incredible?
Yeah.
I think so, because he's...
It is.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the
think
Fantastic
he
Four.
is in his own aspect. You know, Mr. Incredible has his strengths, literally, but I guess like Frozen, like he has more like an articulate plan of handling things versus like he's just more like head on.
Mm-hmm.
So it just depends on the situation.
And also, side note, since it took us this long to get here, but what do you do?
Oh yeah. I'm an artist, so I do like I'm an all full around like artist, like multidisciplinary. So I literally paint on whatever, whenever, from canvases to windows to doors to shoes, whatever I can get. I'll paint your stools for you. And I do
Stooled up.
tattoos as well.
There's a lot of different things. A jack of many trades.
Hey, jack of all trades,
Say,
master of none.
Queen of many trades.
Still
Queen
better
of many
than the next
kingdoms. That sounds way better.
Yeah.
Queen of many kingdoms. You could be a king of many kingdoms too.
Hey,
I like that better than the jack of all
Don't trust in
trades.
the king, believe in the kingdom.
Yup. What? Yeah.
Something like that. Don't
So-
believe in the king, believe in the kingdom. The kingdom must
I
speak
like
for
that.
itself.
I like that though. That sounds like something
think
some
that's like what it
poor
is.
plebeian said one time.
Chance the Rapper.
Chance the Rapper said that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't
shoot,
believe
that's
in the
okay, never
kings,
mind.
Believe in the kingdom.
Respect to that guy. Where's he at? Huh?
I don't know.
What he doing?
Divorced, I think.
He's divorced? Dang.
After his album.
Why?
I don't know. I actually really don't know.
You think he got up to no good?
I don't know.
He might have been up to no good.
I hope not.
He's
I
an
wish
artist,
everybody
you know?
happiness.
Well, he wrote the same thing. What? Cigarettes on cigarettes. My mama think I stink. Her nose in my hoodies. All my homies think it's dank. I miss my cocoa butter kisses.
There you go.
I think we all addicted. Yep. I like that song.
Yeah,
Good
that's
song.
a fire song.
And socks on concrete, Jolly Rancher kids.
Oh,
That was-
yeah. That was
That
a
was
good
yeah.
song.
I
That's a
love
hype
that
song.
one. That one
Yeah.
made me feel mad emotions when I was younger, which
Yeah.
is interesting.
I felt that too. I grew up with my grandmother, so
Yeah, that was back in the day when I was never mind.
doing no good.
I was doing illicit substances when I was younger. Then I mean like when I say younger, I mean like much younger, and just for reference, over 8 years ago. So just for when I mention it because I'm being transparent, but yeah. How'd you get into doing tattoos?
So it was I started around 2020, like literally the brink of COVID when nobody was supposed to be doing tattoos. And I started to learn. I got really sick. I used to work
We're good.
I used to work at Vans. And I used to build skateboards and everything and draw. And I got really sick one day. I had high liver elevations. I was like, my shit was like black. I was throwing up.
Like actual dookie?
Yeah, like and
Jesus.
usually that means you have like internal bleed, like it's
Yeah.
dry blood or something.
Yeah.
And I was like crawled from the bathroom to my sister's room, and I was like, can you like take me to the hospital, please? And I hate the hospital. Like I am not about it at all. And when I was sitting in that awful hospital bed for liver issues in the brink of COVID, I was just like, man, I really need to do something with my life. And I was just trying to think really hard what I could do because I went to college for 2 weeks, dropped out. I only have a high school diploma. You know, my educational background can only get me so far in reality of what people want.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of took matters in my own hands, and everybody's like, you need to do like something with your art. So I got into tattooing first because I used to sew drawings when I was a kid, but I got into tattooing first professionally. I didn't own an iPad. I only drew on paper. I only did paintings. I didn't know anything about tattooing, and I kind of picked it up, and I fell in love with it.
Started running with it.
Yeah. So that's how I started.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw that that hollow Ichigo tattoo.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
coming out
tough.
so sick.
That's like tough.
Thank
That's
you.
the toughest.
Thank you.
Like I'm not gonna lie, that one tattoo gonna make you thousands of dollars
I'm
and
trying.
residuals. I believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was on Rosary the King. Shout out to him. Go look at his music Spotify.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. Oh man, it was so. I can't wait for the whole completion of it. It's so awesome.
Full completion.
Yeah.
Tattoos.
Yes, if you guys want your tattoos, hit me up astrostudios.ny.
I got shitty tattoos.
I did too. My first tattoo ever was a fuck up, and a cover up in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on my shoulder, and the guy, I was like, I wanted a clock because I'm cool, and I got all the clock numbers backwards on me, and no one realized until the outline was done because it was in Roman numerals.
Oh.
And I was like, I can't even get mad because I need him to cover this up like ASAP. Like I can't even react the way I want to react.
Yeah.
So I told him how to fix it, and I was like, I gotta finish that day. Still pay for it because it's my first tattoo ever, and I'm stupid. I'm not stupid, but back then I was pretty naive.
Happens.
Yeah, and to this day, I can still feel it.
You can feel it. You can just feel him fucking up. He'd be like, eh.
Yeah.
Some dude in a barber shop in Brockport fucked my head up.
Yeah.
Like my hair was like, it's still like kind of the shape of it. He cut the back super short, and the front was long, so I looked like Johnny Bravo.
Oh,
Like,
he gave you like a palm, like a old
I don't know
50s
what
kind of,
even. Yeah, but it doesn't work because I'm like,
got
I'm
thick-ass
brown,
hair.
dog.
Yeah,
what you mean?
you got them curls.
Curled up, yeah.
Yeah,
I have a whole routine in the morning. It's crazy.
yeah.
I had a whole routine. I figured it out. I got it down pat now. At least to have something
What's your
consistent.
routine?
My routine is I wash my hair once a week. And then every single morning, rinse out my hair, detangle. And then when I get out, pat it dry a little bit. It needs to be moist.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have this, it's called the pattern. It's called pattern. I have curl cream, and I do it very lightly because if you do too much, it will look crazy. Very lightly. It goes a long way. And then once I'm done with that, they also have like a pomade thing. That also very lightly. So like with the cream, I'll run my hand through and like pull out, almost like detangling a little bit. And then with the pomade, I'll just like pull it back how it needs to be. Probably looks a little bit crazy right now because it's the end of the day, but
You got
regardless.
satin pillows?
Huh?
Satin pillows?
I do have satin pillows. Actually, I got it for Christmas.
He takes his hair
Yep.
seriously.
Yeah, I do, but it doesn't really help because I still wake up and it's like it looks like I got a flat top.
Oh.
It looks crazy. It's just all
Laying
like,
on one side too long.
yeah, it looks like you sharpened my head into a point, like it's a pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's wild.
I got a ballpoint noggin. Hold on, I want to make sure that my car is locked. I don't trust Iran to Kuwait.
No, you're good.
Do you trust Iran to Kuwait? I don't.
I trust here because nobody ever goes back there.
You ever had a garbage plate before?
Yeah, I
You
have.
sound like not thrilled.
It's just so like sometimes people make things very bland. And
How can you have a bland garbage plate?
I think it's just like the mac salad throws me off sometimes. People
You gotta
don't
have good mac salad.
Yeah.
I will be honest. Mac salad can be bad.
Yeah,
You have bad
the
mac
meat
salad.
would be good, but the mac. I usually go to Tony's Birdland though for garbage plates.
I would go to Dogtown. They probably make a good garbage plate. Tony, I didn't even never heard of.
That's
Tony's.
in Greece.
Never heard of it.
So good.
Or the diner in Brockport. There's only a couple places I would trust to make my. Jimmy's E's in Brockport also used to have good ones, but like, I had one at Bill Gray's in Orondecoit, and I give me food poisoning.
Yeah.
I said put everything on it, and they put everything on it. They put relish on that shit.
Oh really?
What the fuck is relish doing on that thing? This relish shouldn't be on that. But I'm thinking it was expired relish
Oh my
because like
gosh.
20 minutes later, I'm just for like 2 hours.
My
It's
God.
crazy.
Good thing you got strong legs.
What? Where'd that go?
'Cause you-
No, I wasn't on the toilet.
Oh, you're throwing up. Oh.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
No, I wish it was the other way around.
Oh my God.
I would probably enjoy that a little bit, you know? satisfying.
Wow.
But throwing up is not satisfying.
No, that hurts after a while.
Yeah.
Like,
It hurt my throat. I was like, Jesus, it feels like I've been freaking. I don't
my
even know.
oh my gosh, that's crazy. You were worked out so much, you're like, oh.
Yeah, I've thrown up multiple times working out. Actually, I was very into sports when I was younger. I did like a lot of sport. I did football, track, swimming, but I had like 9 varsity letters. So like
Okay.
I was like really
Whoa.
like doing it. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I'm an all-American swimmer despite my complexion, and a state qualifying track athlete too. Kind of
Okay.
polar opposite of things, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like swimming would make you really fast at running though, because
Nope.
it's like the pressure. Of the,
No, it makes your hips tight, which in turn makes
Oh.
your glutes tight, your hamstrings tight, and also they're just
so
completely.
like the opposite thing that you need for stretching
I mean, yeah,
or
yeah,
running. Excuse me.
Because if you're like swimming, you're kicking like this, or you're like
Yeah.
kicking like that,
And
it's-
you're running, you're like literally
you're-
extending
yeah,
everything.
yes. So I
Oh.
like pulled the crap out of my hamstrings at the state qualifying meet, which caused us to not go to states, which sucks because we would have went to states if I didn't pull my hamstring, which is like so sad.
So it's all your fault.
Yeah, I could have. Yeah, yeah.
Dishonor.
You know, also at states in swimming, I missed my flip turn in the qualifying heat.
Really?
It's okay because I swam the fastest time I ever did without touching the wall.
I feel like I did not do cool things like that.
I mean, I don't think they were cool to be honest. I got bullied the whole time
Really?
by my friends. I wanted my friends to like me, but like they didn't, so I just put myself into sports. I think they did like me, but it's because I was a token brown guy that they could make fun of.
You went to like a white school?
Brockport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah,
Dang. That's crazy.
it's okay. It's fine. I don't know. I
was
thought
just
it
a
was
new
character
kid.
building.
That was me.
Well, you're just like traveling everywhere.
Yeah, I went like growing up. I was moving, if not every year or like half of the year.
I could imagine that when you got to the school, though, you were probably pretty popular.
No.
People approached you and were like, "Hey, hi."
My senior year, I was really bullied heavily. Like, when I was in 3rd grade, I got stabbed in the face, by some chick. I don't even know.
Stabbed? Wait, hold on. What?
Yeah, I was like 9 and I got stabbed in my face here. And then like I got bullied a lot. Like I had to fight my way up the chain. Like I stopped getting bullied in I think like middle school. Like I did something really crazy.
What'd you do? Did you beat somebody up?
No, but it was
You're lying.
No, I didn't beat anybody up.
Did you kill somebody?
No, I did like something like so crazy. Like I crashed out completely. And the next like I got suspended. They almost called the cops on me. I got suspended, and after my suspension I came back to school, and then I was the coolest kid in the school. Like out of nowhere, they're like, I heard what you did. That was crazy.
Yeah.
And it was crazy.
Sometimes you gotta do
Shouldn't
some
have done it.
crazy ass shit. What did you do? Can I ask?
So
I want to know
I
now.
went to Athena, and I went to it was like tech, and I just got sick of it. Like everybody was just kind of like pushing my buttons because I used to get bullied on the way to school in the bus, and I ended up walking to school. But anyways, so they're like calling security on me because I just ended up crashing out. I was like, nah, you guys got me fucked like right now. Like this is crazy. Like mind you, I'm in 7th grade. At that time, I don't do
You're
that.
a grown woman.
Yeah, I'm very peaceful now. Complete polar opposite. And I ended up pulling out a crowbar, and I started like hitting shit with the crowbar. I was like, you guys want to keep messing with me? Like anybody can get it right now. Yeah, I was ready to fight everybody. That's not good. I should not be smiling. This is not okay. Bullying, no.
You ever done anything like that?
On somebody? No. I've never.
Your eyes aren't convincing me.
No, I've never physically hurt somebody with a crowbar. I punched somebody in their face.
Oh shit.
I got punched in the face.
I've never punched anybody in the face. I
Really?
did get
It
punched in the
hurts.
face one time. It wasn't that bad when I got punched in the face. I was like, this is what people were worried about.
I think throwing the punch hurts more than getting punched in the face. Like
Really?
I think so.
I don't know.
My knuckles.
Here, I learned this from Boss Rudin. You got to do a palm strike. You know, heal your palm.
Oh, palm strike?
Yeah, you got to do the palm strike. You palm strike somebody. I mean, I think like, it's a little bit more distance you got to travel.
Yeah.
But, like, you're not going to fuck your hand up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And also, I don't know, you might break some bones in people's faces, but you could probably avoid a assault charge.
I remember I punched this kid dead in his nose, like, when I was in school, because I get bullied, and so I punched him in the bus, and I got in trouble. My mom high-fived me. She was like, "You don't take nothing from nobody."
My mom would have beat my ass. If I got in a fight, yo.
When I did the crowbar, my mom, in that car ride, I literally was in the corner of the car like this, and my mom was driving, trying to whoop my ass. Like, why would you grab
What she used? Did she use the chancla?
She was using fist. She was driving at the time.
Oh, shit.
She was driving and trying to beat my ass.
My mom would do that, but she would use like wooden spoons or like plastic spoons.
Oh, I would get the belt.
That
I got the belt later.
My mom didn't do the belt. She would just beat me. She used to spank the shit out of me.
To all the
Her
white
hands.
people, this is normal in colored homes, just so you know.
My mom's white.
Oh. Oh, but you're black too, so.
Yeah, my dad's
that's
black.
different.
My dad is black. He's a black guy. Black man.
It's probably your dad's different. You know, you got whoop his
No,
ass.
no. I'm gonna be honest. My dad would be very easy on both of us. On me. Yeah, my dad had his childhood. He's not about to beat his kids. No.
I had a crazy childhood.
I didn't really. I feel like I had a normal one.
I did not.
I'm not sure if it was normal or not. Maybe that's my perspective of what it was.
I don't know. I was kind of like a little entrepreneur as a kid when I think about it.
You were selling stuff. I wasn't good at
Yeah.
making money when I was a
When
child.
I was in second grade, I would throw out garbage for a fucking $1. Like in Florida.
Oh, wow.
In Florida, these motherfuckers are so lazy to throw their garbage out because it's so hot that they would like tip in the garbage, and I would just boop, like, let's throw the garbage out. I was a garbage girl.
That's
in
pretty
second
good.
grade.
You do 20 houses, you just make $20. Like,
Yeah.
yo, like that's actually
They were
not
so lazy. They
bad.
would put like $10 in their garbage and stuff too.
Oh.
Like they did not want to throw their garbage out.
Maybe I should do that. I don't
Right?
think people. I think people up here would be like,
It's kind of dangerous now when I
"Throw
think
your
about
garbage
it.
out, man. Fuck you. Don't touch my garbage." That's what it
A
would be
little
like.
girl going up. I mean, I had a group of people with me, but like
Oh,
a little
okay.
girl going up to like houses
That's
by
funny.
herself. Like,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I would give $1 or $2 or
Yeah.
$3 if I had cash on me. I'd give a bunch.
yeah, I wanted things. My parents worked all the time, so they didn't really know. I
Yeah.
wanted things.
My mom stayed at home and it was a.
Yeah.
She babied everybody too much. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
No, my mom was always working and my dad was always working. So like I really didn't see my parents. Like I see my parents, but I didn't see them a lot when I was growing up, which sucked because I'm the only girl like out of like 3 siblings, like including me, my 2 brothers and I. So I'm like, dang, like so I ended up doing a lot of boy shit growing up, like very tomboy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I am. Yep. Oh my god, I feel like I am my dad though. My dad is a car salesman, so he'd
you're
just
to
come
your
home
father?
like looking like this, like.
Yeah.
And then I look at my car. I'm like, this is exactly what some shit my dad would do is pull up in an Equinox, look like this. What the fuck? With a camera and power tools. You just have everything for no reason. Like every tool you could use for
You
any,
have
no
your stuff
reason.
for reasons.
Yeah, I actually helped my dad the other day. I think I told you this on the phone. I'm not sure though. He ran into an AC unit of a house on the mower, on his ride mower, and he said, I don't know what happened. It's just like I must have just ran into it. I'm like, no shit, you ran into it. It's right here. What do you mean
That's
I must have ran into it? You
crazy.
should have just said I ran into it and said I must have ran into it. Yeah, no shit. It's on the ground.
Must have.
Yeah, but the thing is, it was on like brackets, so it was like above the ground. It was like freaking 4.5 feet in the air above the ground, and there's brackets that are like against. Okay, so this is the wall of the house or the bottom of the house, like the foundation, and there's a bracket that goes up and out like this. 2 of them, and it lays on top of the 2.
Okay.
He knocked it off of the fucking 2 and pulled the wires out of the fuse, the breaker box that was there. So when I got there, because he was like, I need help lifting it up. First of all, he said, I love him, but he's the most non-specific person ever. He said, yo, I knocked the thing off the thing when I was mowing the lawn and like, can you help me put the thing back up? And I'm like, what do you mean? What is going on right now? And I tried to ask him where it was. And he said, you know where it is. You've been there before. I'm like, What do you mean?
I need more
I
context.
don't. Yeah, I need some context
What are
here.
you even talking
I
about?
don't know. He's like, yeah, we laid rocks down there. I'm like, I laid rocks down a whole bunch of different places because I like the contracting for a little bit. But you know, I got there and I can't even remember why I was saying this. Oh yeah, because I have tools and I had my power tools. I have like good power tools. And,
Yeah.
like, he didn't have shit. He had like a screwdriver. He's trying to like
Handy dandy man.
screwdriver a fucking bolt into concrete. Like you're not gonna be able to do that. So
Yeah.
anyway, shout out to my dad. He's a cool guy.
That's crazy. How do you not know you run over?
No, he knew it. It's just he's a car salesman. 35 years in the business. He's gonna say, I must have ran into it. Yeah, no shit, you did run into it. Yeah. Just like you get in a car crash and you're like, I must have went off the road or something.
Yeah.
And I just ended up in this ditch.
That's
What?
crazy. I must have went off the road. It's crazy.
What the heck? Anyway,
Must have happened with gravity.
I got a question for you. You were hating on language, but do you read books?
I don't hate on language. Let me just clarify. I just think that the way we use language today is not the smartest format of how we use it, minus like people's own intellect and obviously explaining things. You know, people explain things in certain ways, but I think like as far as like even like Americans, how we speak is just so bad. Like even how I'm speaking now, like all this like, it's awful.
Yep.
But what does help is the books, and I do read books. I read a bunch of books.
You're a hypocrite over there, huh?
Yeah, a little bit right now. I read a lot of financial literacy books though, and business books. So I think what I would read is probably not as interesting for the average person, because apparently a lot of people like murder stuff. But I read right now. I just finished a book called "You Deserve to Be Rich."
You know, it's crazy. I had that in my notes. I was going to ask you about it, but then you brought it up.
You Deserve to Be Rich by Rashad
Evans?
Bilal
Yes,
and
no.
Troy Millings. A very, very good book. It helps on budgeting, starting your business, how to manage your business, dealing with the financial trauma, which is crazy, super duper important. Just changing your mindset of how we even view the economy and money today. And even about yourself on actually being capable to make that kind of income. So, you know, everybody wants to make money, but then they don't know how to manage it. So,
Yeah. I mean, how I manage it is I just stay busy. And the only thing I do is make the money. So I can't spend it.
right.
But I end up spending it anyway.
Yeah.
Somehow I find a way to just spend it.
But
You
do
know,
you have, are you in like a DBA or anything?
I don't have a DBA. I'm saving up for, well, I don't need to save up for it, but I should get in. I'm going to speak it into existence. Well, and also just keep myself accountable because I can do it. It's just not being lazy.
Yeah.
Creating a media business or a media LLC for Crown Media, which is
Okay, that's
technically the
awesome.
parent company, not formed up of what I'm doing right now.
So that's good though, because then you can keep your name and have your own space, right? If you go to the county clerk, you can get a DBA, so that way you can legally at least have your name, and it's like $31.
I need a separate entity from me because I need to be able to build business credit under the business. Because
So with the DBA, you can do that.
you could do that with a DBA.
Yeah, because once you get your DBA, you go to New York State government
You get an
website,
EIN.
EIN, and then you can add your LLC to that in the future. But when you get the EIN, then you can go into I know because I did this. You could go into Chase. Chase has, I think, the best business credit card stuff. And they can talk to you. And what happens when you sit down with somebody and open a business account? They grab your DBA stuff and your EIN number, and that's it. You open your bank account for the business, and then you go in and apply for the credit card there.
Do they even what?
Yeah, and then when you apply for the credit card, you could be like, I don't want anything shown for the next 30 days, and you could possibly apply to another bank and get another credit card. That's like a little cheat, though.
Okay. I like that. That's cool. You just put me on crazy.
Yeah.
You see, what I need to do is build up a little bit of business before I start doing that, even though it would probably just be good for me to just like.
Well, I think the only thing that would be good from it is if you're making a certain revenue,
Yeah.
I would push on it so that way you can start tax deducting things and like
Yeah.
getting the receipts for that.
I think I'm making over $1,000 a month from side hustle. That's
Okay.
probably
Hey,
reason.
that's good.
That should be. Yeah, I mean, I make decent money in my job, but it's like a lot of work.
Do you
It's
take
like
a lot of cash?
For this type of stuff? No, but I will. I think I'm just gonna ask for cash because then you can do things like deposit it, and you can show it as a deposit if you have an invoice.
You're right, exactly.
As long
Yeah.
you just need an invoice, and then if you don't have an invoice and you just have cash, it's not taxed.
Yeah. And if you don't know how to make an invoice, you can go to ChatGPT and
Yep.
be like, "Give me an invoice for my specific business. This is what I do."
Mm-hmm.
They'll give you.
I need to start doing invoices for this stuff because I mean I've been having people hit me up for interviews, but also keep in mind I have a very specific brand.
Yeah.
I don't like ignorance in the brand. I'll be goofy and silly and
Yeah.
entertaining, but I don't want like straight up ignorance
Yeah.
around me or I don't want to do that.
It's on how you build yourself because once you start putting yourself out there, that's what you're gonna be known for.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's the hardest part, especially about being an artist. Like, once I put my price out there, that's my price if I go to a gallery. Like, I did a Jay-Z painting and they're like, oh, for this very local small gallery. And they're like, what are you going to price your painting? I'm like, oh, I'm going to do like 50,000. And they're like looking at me and they're like, no one's going to buy that. And I'm like, that's fine. No one's going to buy it. But people are going to know my value at least.
Mm-hmm. You know, you're asking 50,000 and then when yeah.
Well,
That's kind of what that's a good point though.
it's just putting your value out there. Like, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't.
Am I selling myself short? No, I'm not. I'm not.
I don't think so for starting out. Because when I was starting out, I was like doing whatever, whenever.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference between like not selling yourself short and also not being cocky enough to realize like I could do things for free too.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm going to say this honestly on record, and I'm going to just say it blatantly. There's like, there's certain people in my life that I will never charge them to do anything.
Yeah.
Like my best friend who's been with me through thick and thin. I will never charge this dude a penny for anything. I'll do the most. And he also wouldn't charge me.
yeah.
But so it works in a mutual manner. Exchanges of services works, but it does have to make sense. You know what I mean?
You have to understand your value because
Yes.
once someone feels like they're getting played, that's when it's like all downhill.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it just has to make sense. You
Yeah.
can't just. Yeah, there's no way I could just give somebody $1,000 tattoo and they're like, okay, I cleaned your car, and that's the
If
value.
it's somebody who's got a big
$200.
following and they're like talking about it for the next fucking month, that might make sense because you're gonna get more business from that.
Yeah,
And or higher quality business or
yeah.
you know things like that.
People are free to invest in themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that risk.
I still think though, if you're able to spend the money, you should still like give give an equal amount of value that you're getting. You know what I mean? Regardless,
Sometimes I even
because you can still pay and still put people onto you, and that goes
Yeah.
way longer. That goes away more. That's what do they call that? Integrity.
yeah.
Shows a little bit more integrity.
Sometimes people come up to me for tattoos and they would be like, "Hey, this is all I have." And if I'm really excited about it, I'm like, "You know what? I'll do it for that." Because I know, and that, you know, even with the price and everything, like if they don't have it, I could design around the budget, but I'll still make it look so unique and awesome because, like, I know that's my stuff for life on them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a walking canvas. So it's understanding, like, the value you bring to people, too. Like, even if you do feel like, dang, I know I can charge more for that, understand, like, don't sell yourself short, but also don't sell your design short, too, and, like, the value and the stuff you give short, too.
Hold on. I'm checking. I've got the super zoom on the phone, so I'm trying to peep the
Super
battery
zoom.
life here.
What kind of phone do you have?
iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Oh, yeah, you're balling.
I work at a phone store.
I used to work for Verizon.
You did? What did you do? You did sales?
Oh, I was in that call center.
Oh, hell no.
I was getting yelled at one time.
Was it customer service type of
Yeah,
thing? Oh,
this lady
we
was-
talked to you. Hold on. Did you do what was your department?
I was like doing like the billing and stuff.
Okay.
And I did an awesome job. Like, I did great. I really got complaints.
Oh, I know. I thought you said I really got complaints, not rarely.
But
Oh,
there
my
was this
bad.
one lady who was so rude. And I ended up figuring out when I was like doing her billing with her, she lived near me at the time. And I was like, I should just be her help. 'Cause,
Yo,
like,
don't do that.
no. Don't do that. Again, I
You
was
should-
very
you should
young.
do that.
But
Just kidding.
she was so rude. She was yelling at me. And I like literally got up from my table and I was like, if you keep yelling at me, I'm not going to help you. And you're going to have to struggle all over again. So you can.
I do like it when people. Well, honestly, I've never really encountered somebody. I'm gonna look at the time again. I never really. We're at 50 minutes. Dang, the battery life actually lasts pretty long on this thing.
Hey.
I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I haven't encountered somebody so mad that they give me a legitimate, like, permanent hard time. I've only been working there for going on 4 months now, but I don't know. I feel like you can be disarming.
Sometimes you get very inappropriate calls too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a dude walk in one time and he said, "I brought the lube so you guys can fuck me again." I said, "Whoa." Sir, take me on a
Whoa.
date first.
Pause.
Yep.
On a date first.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes.
No. What other questions you got?
I have more questions. I got would you rather questions. But let me look at the list so I can make sure we bang out all the important stuff here. You had financial literacy, hopes, aspire.
Oh.
All right, you say it with me. Actually, we'll say it at the same time.
I aspire to inspire.
Hold on. 3. Well, we'll just say aspire to inspire on
Okay.
3. 1, 2, 3. Aspire to inspire.
Amara. You
King
actually
Will.
want to know where I really got that from?
Who?
I read this book, The Marathon Continues. It's a memoir of Nipsey Hussle. And I've read this book like 5 different times. And he was like, the greatest human act is like aspiring to inspire others. And that really stuck with me because I was like, dang, like that's all I want. Like my favorite part of the job is seeing like the face and like the light up of like when someone's like inspired. They're like, whoa, like that's really the highest form of like human kindness act is to have somebody to want to do something for themselves enough to care for themselves and elevate that. I think that's really important. Because, you know, even with all the L's you take in life, like you feel defeated at one point and it lets you down. And then you see somebody who's taken more L's than you back to back, you know, like especially the way I grew up, I was set up for L's in my life. Like the only W I got is my hands. So pause. But like, you know, as far as
How's
art
that
goes-
pause?
As far as art
Do you
goes,
just have like what? You got nice hands or something? You could be a hand model.
right? I think I got nice hands.
You do have nice hands.
My finger kind of points up though, like
I don't have that. I got the hitchhiker thumb though.
you got the hitchhiker
Yeah,
thumb.
super.
Can your thumb touch your wrist?
Hell no. Well, check this out. You hold your hand out like this, and then like stick it, like make it go up as far as you can, and then like bend it up like this. I like with full straight fingers. Oh no, we both are like. I can't really go farther than that. Okay, never mind. That's crazy.
You can't.
I can't. This is as far as I can go. So the people can see from the side. I can't do that either.
The backwards. I broke
Yeah.
my wrist. I'm actually not supposed to draw. I always say that.
What?
Yeah. I skateboard. I do a lot of stuff. And I broke my wrist and my elbow at the same time. I lost
Ow, dude.
13 nails. I only have 10 fingers. I had my hands crushed so many times, like car doors, cinder blocks, doors, like really bad. And I don't know how I'm like able to even just move my hand or like it's nothing like out of place crazy. But yeah.
What's the worst injury you had?
My worst injury.
Like trauma to your body, but like not like a sickness, but like an injury.
An injury.
I want to check something real quick too. Hold on. Think about it. Think. I need to make sure this isn't broke. It's not. Okay, cool. Thank God.
Man, I'm really trying to think.
Oh.
I remember I kind of did this like I'm pretty sure it was within the same day. But I dislocated the disc in my jaw, so like half of my face, like my jaw was like misplaced. And then I almost tore my tendon in my left arm BMXing.
What are you doing? Like you got doing?
Extreme
You're doing
sports.
stuff that you're not supposed to do. What are you, Steve-O or something? What are you, Johnny Knoxville or Amara Knoxville?
Well, I was so scared because like my mom would like get so mad if I get hurt because
That would get. My mom would be mad too if I got
Yeah.
hurt. She'd be like, "Joe, what the fuck are you doing?"
yeah.
Verbatim.
And so my neighbors at the time were like nurses, and I went to them and I was like, "Can you help me? Because I'm injured." It was really bad. I used to injure myself a lot. Like my school had to call CPS because they thought my mom would abuse me, and I'm like, "No, I'm doing this to me.
I'm abusing me.
I'm
Yeah.
abusing me by accident."
Yes. That I mean, I didn't do that.
Eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables. Make sure you eat red meat as
Milk.
well. But yeah, some calcium or something.
You know.
I don't know where you get calcium from besides milk. I
Um,
don't even like milk now.
I like almond milk, coconut.
I mean, almond milk's okay. The coconut. Have you ever had the coconut? Like it's like a carton of milk, but it's like coconut.
Water?
It's like coconut. It is like milk. It's like milk but coconut.
Oh no.
It's so good. If you ever get a chance to go to Wegmans and you go in that super expensive like
the vitamin?
non-dairy section where they have
Oh.
like banana milk and they have
Okay.
almond milk and they got like
Oh my gosh.
yeah, but you looked at me way crazy about banana milk.
Because
So,
like dairy section.
non-dairy, that's what it
I've
is.
never been there.
That's what it is. It's like everything that you think would be dairy, but it's all just like not. It's like an offshoot. Everything's an offshoot of dairy. It's just
Yeah.
like almond milk and cashew milk and like
I always wonder if other
Peanut
countries
water.
have issues like this. Like they need dairy stuff.
I don't know. I think I don't know. Lactose doesn't really sit well with me in my stomach.
No.
Nope. My stomach gets to talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. Can't shut it up either. It's like
Bendigo.
a cat in heat. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. That's a bad analogy. Would you rather have knees for wrists or wrists for knees?
Knees for wrist or wrist for knees. Oh my gosh. I guessed I would have knees for. What do you mean? Like, if I was to have knees for wrist, would my wrist be knees?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather have that. I feel like my knees are way stronger than my wrist. But then I wouldn't be able to
Okay.
draw the way I do.
You probably could figure it out.
Probably fat ass thing in the way.
Big, you punch the shit out of people.
Yeah, I would
With
have
your
really
wrists.
strong.
That'd
I
be the
wouldn't want to punch
craziest
people
hook
though.
ever. Yeah, you'd be like,
I would just be a
crazy.
UFC fighter at that point.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be good at UFC.
I don't even want to find out.
I don't either.
I don't know. I don't want to fight somebody else who's 190 pounds, to be honest, because they'd probably be like 6'2".
I just don't want to fight other people. I'm like, why
I always
can't
wanted to
we
get into
be
a fight
friends?
once in my life, but now that I'm 27, I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
I would put on some gloves and punch my friends in the face. I would do that shit.
like the boxing gloves.
Yeah, I put on some boxing gloves because I know I would probably fuck somebody up.
I feel like I'm more like a jiu-jitsu kind of person.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
the best form of martial art for women
Yeah.
because you can. It doesn't matter how big you are, you can choke somebody out or, rip their ankle apart or their knee apart.
Yeah.
Or, and that is super usable. And the flexibility allows you to do a lot more stuff, a lot more murderous activities with your body.
That'd be crazy.
You ever seen the old James Bond movies?
The older I one, maybe when I
The
was
old
a
ones.
kid.
There's one with this like lady who's like an assassin, and she like was like she snuck into this helicopter pilot's room, and they're getting it out or something, and she like wrapped her legs around his head and choked him out to death.
Oh
And
my
then,
gosh.
And then commandeered the helicopter the next day in an inaugural. It was crazy. The old James Bond stuff is absolutely insane.
That's insane. I think they're all crazy.
I like it. It's sweet. I need to rewatch those.
I used to play the game on the PlayStation 2.
Did you play GoldenEye ever? That was on the GameCube.
Really?
Did you play GameCube at all?
Yeah,
Probably,
I did.
Probably Mario Kart, right?
No, I actually played Sonic a lot on the GameCube.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I played a lot of Sonic. Yeah.
I was playing GoldenEye and
I think I was
other thing.
playing Mortal Kombat mostly though.
They had the other Mario game, the one with the water one, where he's like running around and you spray things with water.
What?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. Yeah, if you played it, you'd know. It's also on the Nintendo 64, I think.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to play the Nintendo 64 too when I was really young. My brother had all the other game systems, not all of them, but I remember when we got the Wii, it was like a spectacle. But we got it 5 years later than everybody else, so
That's
whatever.
like one I never got was the Wii.
Did you have a DS?
I had I had a DS Lite. It was pink, and I got Pokemon Pearl to match it.
I had Pokemon Pearl too. I didn't have Pokemon Diamond. I didn't want it.
You know,
And
Pearl
Pokemon
seemed
Diamond
better than a Diamond.
Pearl was better. What?
I don't know.
Well, Diamonds are cool, but I don't want Pokemon Diamond.
Yeah.
Diamond is my birthstone though. Hallelujah. April.
April, happy birthday.
Thank you.
I mean, April was, just.
It's just it was two months ago.
Yeah.
That was over 60 days ago. Okay. Well, not over.
So you just turned
27.
okay.
Yeah. On 420,
Gosh.
ironically.
That's awesome.
You want to know a fun fact about 420? It's also Hitler's birthday.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Sorry. When you said that, I immediately thought back to like this conspiracy I was talking to Rosary about, and I was like, I came up with this whole conspiracy in my head, and I was like, man, what if? Okay, I'm gonna say this with confidence.
Go ahead.
I was like, what if Elon Musk was trying to be friends with Donald Trump just to get the files that Donald Trump's uncle took from Nikola Tesla, because they're all Nazis and supposedly, allegedly, all Nazis.
That's why. So who
then
PR trained you?
Elon works for Tesla, trying to get Nikola Tesla stuff, inventions for defense nuclear activity that the
Free
Nazis
electricity.
so happen took files of as well
I
during
don't
that
know.
time.
I have no clue, but Elon Musk probably has Asperger's.
I have Asperger's. I
No,
have
you don't.
borderlines Asperger's.
That's not true.
That is, I am very autistic.
That's not true. Not like Elon. Elon is full blown.
Yeah, I'm not full blown. I'm neurodivergent and I have borderlines Asperger's.
You know, I'm actually gonna say this on
I think
here
we're
too.
all autistic.
I have bipolar 1.
Wow.
It affected me a lot in my life, but the crazy thing is,
And how do you manage that now?
how do I manage that? I get proper sleep. I take my medication. I eat right. If I do, I have to exercise because I have an excess of energy. When I was younger, say 9 varsity letters. My body is used to being very, very active, so I have very high natural energy levels. If I'm not like smoking mad weed, which I'm not smoking weed, so like I have a lot of energy. So I need to like burn off the energy. So I got
Are you
energy.
ADHD?
You know what? I hyper focus on tasks. I noticed that I don't know how do I even discuss this whole topic in the most efficient manner. I would say bipolar disorder. You know what bipolar disorder is, right?
Yeah.
So you have manic and depressive episodes. Mm-hmm. I don't really have depressive episodes. I'll have depressive moments, but not like an episode, not like a long one.
Yeah.
Like maybe like fucking 30 minutes, and I'll be like, well, what was that all about? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
Do you feel like you make them short on purpose?
Yeah. Well, no.
Like, do you try not to?
I talk myself out of them.
Okay.
I've had to. Okay, so you have so much control over your mind, and you have, believe it or not, you have control. You have more control than you would think over your thoughts. You can say things to yourself to convince yourself of things. You know what I mean? If you're having a bad day, or let's say, being open here, sometimes during the week, I'd say 3 or 4 times, I'll be like, I don't really like myself right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I have the power to be like, let's think of all these other reasons that I do love myself, or I like myself, and I choose that instead of reaching out to other people and making them say things and then me feeling good. I choose to generate those good feelings for myself.
You know why I think people don't like themselves? I think it's for a couple reasons.
Why?
I think there's too much comparison going on.
Yeah.
And then I think people don't forgive themselves for their past actions enough to keep moving forward to actually find the good qualities they like about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like they hinder on just the bad, because we as humans want to be, not like we're not the perfect people, obviously. Like we're human, we make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
But people obsess with being like this ideal, better version of themselves, which is good to like a healthy extent, But I think to constantly bring yourself down mentally and not forgive yourself of your past of like mistakes plays a role.
I think negative emotions are alluring. Like they're like seductive almost.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I don't even feel like this. I know this, that it is so easy to fall and then stay into negativity. And you feel negative emotions way stronger, way faster than positive emotions.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes time to build the positivity. You can't just snap and be like, oh, I feel amazing right now, and have that consistently.
Yeah.
Now you can, it's so easy to like not like things. You have to find reasons to like things.
Yeah.
You could have no reason to not like anything. But for most people, they're looking to find reasons to like things. So like it takes less effort to feel bad than to feel good. And it's a little hard to it can be difficult to find the things that bring you joy, and even the thoughts or even the feelings, or simple things, small things that you can build up, so that in a compounding manner, so that you can be consistently happy and you can consistently find things to be grateful for and appreciative of.
Yeah.
So like something that I do and I have done and I need to practice a little bit more, which is waking up in the morning and thinking of 3 things that I'm grateful for when I wake up, and then calling 2 people and letting them know that I'm thankful and appreciative of them. So like
that.
doing that is important. Like a day, like just call 2 people a day and just say, hey, I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I just want to say I love and appreciate you. I'm glad you're alive. I'm glad you're here. And you'd be surprised how you change for the positive, and how and also how much more other people will appreciate you, that you'll just do that. You're not asking for anything,
Yeah.
but you're still giving. You'll end up with a call later that you could just change somebody's whole day or week or month or year by doing that.
Yeah.
That one little thing, just saying hi, hey, like randomly calling somebody and saying, hey, I really appreciate you. And
Yeah.
hope
Yeah.
everything is well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate you.
Everybody should do that. I appreciate you too.
Thank you.
We're here. We're doing. Yep.
See?
See.
Yeah, I think that's huge too, because it's like it's true. Like people think very negatively towards themselves, and it pushes them back more. People need to give themselves more affirmations. Are you getting groovy with the music?
Squabble up. They can't hear it.
Yeah, no, they
But-
can't. But we don't squabble up over here. It's all love.
Well, what is he going to like? What did he say? Is that what he said? I can't remember what he said.
I don't know what he does. I haven't seen the video. I've not been in tune with a lot. Like I've been so in tune in my own world.
Same. Well, I've been just busy. I've been working.
Well, do you want to see the painting I worked on?
Yes.
Here.
Mic'd up twice, 2 times. Almost forgot about the painting.
Should I
That's fire. Now, I think you could probably just bring it in front. Yep. That's like almost perfect. It almost perfectly fits in frame here. Here. And we'll lift it up. We'll lift it up. Oh. Yeah.
This is a painting. Oh, thank you. That I did. It took me 7 months to do this. This is 3 feet tall, 5 feet long. It's oil acrylic. And this was for this this was for Ian Dunlap, who is an investor, so very excited.
It's tremendous, is what they say. That's what Joey Diaz would say. Tremendous.
Tremendous. Absolutely amazing. Thank you.
That actually is like phenomenal.
Thank you.
Yo.
I worked really hard on it. Like, a lot of my emotions came into this for sure. So I'm very proud of the progress. I don't think I've worked on anything this big.
You are talented.
Thank you. I'm
Some true
thank
talent
you.
right there.
I really try. Thanks.
My ear, my head.
Yeah. You guys like it? I hope so.
I like it.
I did it for all of you guys to see. I stressed myself out.
$1 million.
$1 million. Dang.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the price.
Yep.
It's going to be. Yeah, this took forever.
This is the best piece of art I think I've ever seen anybody do
Yeah, and I put the
in
frame
person.
together and everything, so all you got to do is hang it up and you're set.
Oh, it's ready.
Yeah, it's ready to be hung up. Like, I screwed on the canvas to it, so
This
it's like
is
floating.
sick.
Thank you.
You know, my friends don't feel targeted when I say this, but like, motherfuckers in Rochester need to
Step
get a
it up.
job or something so they can afford to invest in the people around them who make amazing things. You know what I mean? Actually, tangibly give something,
Yeah.
resource wise.
And it's okay if you can't, like, just tell your friends who can. But
Yeah. Or if you just figure it out, I'm telling you, like, just figure it out. Y'all got
I
it.
think that's the hardest part, and that's what I was talking about, like the devaluing, because people who can't afford things will try to make you feel bad about your prices and being too expensive. Like, I just started hitting people with like, oh, so you're broke? That's it.
I'm gonna start saying that, man. I'm gonna start saying. I
Yeah.
might even say that at the job. They'll be like, "Oh, why is the setup fee so much?" I'll be like, "Oh, so you're broke?
Broke.
So you're broke?
That's what.
If you're broke, then say that."
Yeah.
I'm 1,000% actually gonna say that.
Yeah, it's so much easier that way. I mean, it's how you say it for sure too.
I'm gonna definitely say it in a kind of aggro way.
Because it's like
They're gonna be offended.
I just got to a point where I was just so fed up of people haggling me or trying to that I'm just like, so you're broke? Like, is that what it is? And they're like, what?
You ain't got no money.
It's like, yeah.
You ain't got no cash.
You all broke.
Your pockets is ashy.
You all broke.
And dry.
You all broke.
I want to check and see what the time is because this is like one of the longer ones, which I like that though. Big long podcast interview. Where is it?
Yeah,
Where is
it'll be good to
I've
chop
got
up.
more. Wait, go ahead.
It'll be good to chop up too.
Yeah, I think it'll be fantastic. This is I'll put this at probably, let me think here. This is top 3 that I've done so far.
Really?
Top 3, yeah. I'm not gonna tell anybody else what the other ones were.
Was one of them Negus?
No.
No. I met him
Negus
for the
insulted
first
my pants.
time. He did?
It's okay. It's a. I
did he say about your
I think that was a
pants?
great. Not these pants. They're a different pants. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I'm gonna reenact what happened. So we're just like sitting and talking, By the way, Negus, I know that Negus is not a very social person. So even getting him out to do an interview is like a blessing in general. And most people don't get to see that side of him. So and he's got a huge fan base. So
I never knew that.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, any of that. Like, 'cause I remember I found him separately, like, my own world. Like, I just found his music one day. And I was just like, oh, this is fire.
He's got great music.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, like, absolutely phenomenal. He's got, like, all-star music in Rochester. Like, this dude should be famous on a much bigger scale. But what I wanted to say is when we were sitting next to each other, he was looking at me like this. He said, what you got on? I was like, so I said, I got these pants from TJ Maxx. I know they're like, they're not amazing. He's like, that's trash. I was like, yo, it's not that bad. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
Oh my God.
I gotta find that moment and clip it because
Yeah.
that is so funny. That is
That
so
is trash.
hilarious.
I met him one time, randomly at the Lucky Flea. I thought I was gonna break my neck. I was like, oh damn, this nigga tall.
Whoa.
I was like, damn. Yeah, because I wasn't expecting him to be so. Because I've never
Oh yeah,
met him.
he's a big boy.
Yeah, I've never met. So
Yep.
like,
He'll
I
fuck
didn't know what to
somebody
expect.
up.
And usually, every rapper I meet is like short as fuck. So I expected like eye level. Because I'm pretty tall woman.
Am I a medium guy? I feel like a medium right in the middle.
It's so funny because then I would feel like I'm tall, but we're like almost the same height, I think. Am I a medium
So
woman?
maybe we're both tall. I don't know. I don't know.
He's like, oh, well, we're both. If you're tall,
Then
we're the same height.
yeah, I'm tall. Yes, exactly. See, you know what I'm talking about.
But I definitely feel him on staying alone and like, because I'm not like that either. Like I don't just make my way out. Like when I go to the Flying Squirrel, it's usually to support Rosary.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a big community, but also at the same time, the community is working.
It's only local.
Yes, and there's a what is it called? It's like a disconnect from the actions you need to take in order to be successful in what you're actually doing. And like some people are like running, like working so hard to take one step forward. It's like you're on an elliptical and you're pedaling so hard, but you gotta like hop it forward in order to inch yourself forward.
Yeah.
Like you're working so hard and you're getting
I think
super
it's
fit at what you're doing, but you're not going anywhere.
I think people struggle with the presentation of the first like move. Like, you know, this is our first interaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want to make a good presentation. But I think
We met once before this.
yeah, we did meet
Like
once.
for like we
maybe
spoke
2
for like
seconds.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yes.
For 2 seconds. But I was just like for me, for example, like when I do entrepreneurship,
We just got the painting in it.
yeah, we just got the painting
Yeah.
here. Here, let me move this.
It's okay. It's okay. I got you. And then in the next like 5 minutes, I want to wrap up because I want to take pictures.
For sure.
Yup.
But,
How many minutes is that? Ooh, minute 20. Is almost as long as Wizardry's.
so I think the biggest problem of entrepreneurship is like you can't have $1 million idea with a minimum wage work ethic. Like that's just not applicable.
Yo, I'm writing that down.
It's not. It's
I'm
not
writing it
realistic.
down. Hold on. You can't have. Wait, hold on. What did you just say?
You can't have $1 million idea with a minimum wage work ethic. Because there's people who would just do things and they're like, oh, it didn't work out. Like, I work 80, 90 hours a week. Like, if you're going to do something and start a business, you have to do it, like, go all in. Because there was a time where I treated tattooing like a part-time job, and I was getting part-time
Say that one more
results.
time. You can't.
You can't have $1 million idea with a minimum wage work ethic.
On mommy.
On my mom.
How do you measure the amount of work that you put in a week?
I think it's just because I know I work like a lot. Like I kind of estimated how much hours I work, but I know when I wake up, I'm like, okay, eat, paint, edit videos, like all that is included into working. You know, networking.
If you have something to show for it, then I think it's work.
Yeah, and it's worth it.
Yeah.
But it just takes consistency because the biggest misconception is to think that like the motivation creates consistency and discipline. But no, consistency creates motivation that is only built by discipline.
Gangster.
So you have to keep pushing and going and going. And it fucking sucks sometimes. Like you're going to have a full day. You're going to have a half day. You're going to have an empty cup. But at least you're consistent on doing it. Like even if you feel like you didn't work 6-10 hours that day. If you did something like the most important part of that, what you need to do to build up, and it took a couple hours, that's a lot more further ahead than what you would think.
I love it.
So if you want to do something and start a business, you can't have asset and be like, well, I worked 4 hours on this week. Like, that's crazy. Like, you're supposed to literally be obsessed with the like progress of bettering yourself for your business. Like, and it doesn't even have to be like economically. Like, you don't have to do it all wealth. Like, this could just be trying to be a better person every day. Like, if you want to just do that, everything you do has to have an effort towards it. You just can't be.
I got a saying for you.
Hmm.
You can't do less into success.
I have another saying for you. Ready? This is going to mess you up.
There's another one?
Yeah. There is no there when you get there.
We're here! Yo, hold on!
You're always going to want to elevate and keep pushing forward. And that's why I say that.
Yeah.
Like, once you reach, like, oh, I already got this. Then what? What are you going to do? Stay stagnant? I mean, you can. That's retirement, though.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's,
What you got going on?
I don't even know what I'm thinking. I'm going to be honest. My brain is not really working. I'm still stuck on the you can't have $1 million idea with a minimum wage working.
Yeah, you can't.
You know what's crazy? Because I had to wake up at 6 a.m. today because I had a meeting at 7. I had to work 10 to 7 today as well.
Like
And
10:30 at night.
It was a 2 hour long meeting. So I got out at 9, then went home, had enough time to take a dump, and then went to work at 10, and then worked from 10 to 7. Then had to drive from like an hour to the city to go pick up stuff, and then drive 20 minutes here.
Yeah, see? And
I don't care though.
But why
because
do you
I
do
know.
what you do?
Because I know the more that you do, the more you get out of it. So if you just do more, then you will see more results. It
But
is
why do you
impossible
do
to not do
what
it.
you do?
What do? What I do?
Yeah. Like, I do what I do because I'm in love with this, like, just everything about art that we live in, right? And then I fall in love with the reactions I get, like, you know, and hopefully it touches somebody's heart to want to do the same for their self.
Yeah.
Right? So when you do something, you can't just do, like, it has to make an impact for you. Like, if you don't like what you're doing and you're trying to force the entrepreneurship, you're not going to get the result you want.
I'm not gonna lie. I do it for me. Well, I do it for others because I know what I'm doing for others will benefit me, basically. Which is
But
weird.
you do for yourself for others. That's
It's
what
both of those things.
Yeah.
It's I do others for myself, and that sounds crazy. I do for others so I can do for myself, and then I also do for myself so I can do for others. Like, the reason why I'm even doing this in the first place, and it's called The Lookout, is because there's not people who have a platform like that. There isn't a consistent platform like this in Rochester where it's consistent. And you can hit it from multiple angles. Like, you have interviews like this, or I go walk around and talk to people at random, and like, it's not there's that, but it's not consistent. Like, it's not like there's 2 or 3 pieces of those things coming out a week.
Yeah.
You know, like, and also splitting it up and then sharing all the stuff by collaborating on posts and things.
Yeah.
Like, people aren't very giving. They're a little, I would say the
Like
culture in Rochester in the last 5 years, up until about a year and a half ago, I'd say maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half, in between that amount of time, is very me, very clicky, very trying to get one over on somebody, trying
Which
to
is
benefit.
crazy because we're all in
off of
Rochester.
others. Yes,
so, like,
it doesn't
what's
make
the
any sense.
deal of trying to do that?
We used to talk. Me and my friends used to say, or I used to mention, and they used to bring up. Well, I kind of mentioned it. I was like, yo, if we all if Rochester is a city combined and then competed against all the other cities, we'd blow everybody out of the water. There's so many creative people, so much talent, and if we were to make Rochester the market, not the people of Rochester the market, the city is the market, and we bring our market to other markets and sell our things instead of individuals in the market. We take the whole market and we do it. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I don't think New York City can hold a candle to Rochester's artists at all. And I've heard it from people who are from Syracuse and Buffalo. They all say that Rochester has amazing artists. And I can concur, but the business isn't there. So being able to combine people and have business leaders would then elevate Rochester to a level where we have industry now.
That's good.
You know, we don't need to have Kodak or Xerox. I'm not going to lie, like, we already have a really good base for people to be successful and good minds. It's just the professionalism and the follow through and the consistency and also the teamwork and willingness to take a role.
If I'm being real, y'all need to drop your egos. That's a big part of it. Because if you're going to have that attitude being in Rochester and then you meet somebody who's actually doing it and now you're all timid, that's crazy. And then you're going to go back home and be like, yeah, I was just kicking it with this. I'm like, well, yeah, but then look how you're acting.
Yep.
You got to drop your ego and like literally take in and appreciate everything that's coming to you, good or bad.
Yep. If you don't do that, you smell weird.
Huh?
And if you don't do that, you smell weird.
Yeah.
So,
and you don't want to smell weird.
Also, I'm not going to lie, we're reaching the end of the time.
Fine.
That's probably good. Any parting questions, statements, anything you want to say to everybody?
Attaching to the ego. Don't act like you're doing tough shit either. And you're a leader for someone who validates your ego because they're not in the position you are. Because in reality, we're all just trying to live and help each other. So don't allow that to validate your ego.
Thanks. Do you have any party questions for me?
Oh. Let's see. I feel like we got a lot based off. Where do you see the Lookout being in the next 5 years?
There's probably like 500 episodes. I'm not even capping. So the plan for this summer, which is been a little bit tough since I've been working so much, but I wanted to get 56 episodes for the summer. That would be a nice little start. In 3 months, that'd be pretty good. I'd have to do 4 a week, and I think that is doable. But people of Rochester, you need to help. You need to invest in it because I just can't do all of this stuff. I can't do all this stuff for nothing.
Yeah, you can't be afraid to invest in yourself.
I work a full-time job. If we want to sustain it, we all have to work together because I'm going to make sure that everything is valuable. And I am not just somebody who provides a service. I am a resource at the same time. I have a very big network. I want to put people onto things.
I love that.
And, like work-wise, anything basically. And we have a great community to do things with in Rochester and out of Rochester. I know people who are in Rochester and out of Rochester. What's the thing? I can't remember what. Liza did it from David Dobrik's vlogs. You don't know what I'm talking about. But, yeah. So the Lookout is supposed to be a platform. It's literally looking out for people. It's supposed to be a platform for people who have a good message, it's quality, and it's not ignorant.
Weird.
Yep.
I love that.
And on that note, Amara, the Lookout.
Stay tuned. Also, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, astrostudios.ny, ASTROSTUDIOS.NY.
Here.
Right?
There you go.
Got a link tree right there, QR code.
I don't know if it'll.
Scanny scan.
Will it focus? I don't think it will.
You could.
It's focused on you. Whatever. I'll put it in.
But you could definitely DM for tattoos, DM for art, collaborations. Things take time, so do understand when you want good quality work, it is done at the pace it is meant to be done in. So, yeah. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the timing because I know it's like really late and stuff, so I do appreciate this.
Fine. I got tomorrow off. I'm sleeping in tomorrow.
Oh, I bet
chilling.
I would too.
It's been a long. Last month was long. I had technically 5 days not on the schedule, but 4 of those days I did interviews and edited. Okay. And one of the days I can't remember what I was doing, to be honest.
It's been a long minute.
It's been a long minute. So I'm ready to go hit the bed and sleep.
I'm about to go work out.
Yep.
Paint.
It's pictures time though.
Yes.
Pictures. We got to get the thumbnail and yeah. This is a long one.